Hello everyone. How's everyone doing today? Right now it's 11:30. June 7th, I believe. Quickly talk about what happened today. My daily blog. So this morning, woke up in the morning. Usual, just went to work. Um, what did I have for breakfast? I think I didn't have much for breakfast. Maybe just some little bit of fruit and then little bit of cracker actually. So some wheat cracker and I think like one apple. Yeah, that's right. So I ate one red apple, small one, and then a little bit of cracker. Wasn't that much. So I ate that early in the morning around close to 9 o'clock at work, and then for my first class period with my clients, we did dance exercise. So that was pretty fun. It's about 40 minutes, 40 to 45 minutes, and the dance consists of a video that we shown to our clients from YouTube, and it's the title is called Just Dance, and then there's a lot of them. There's like different type of modern popular music, stuff like that. So it was fun. I think that was like the only exercise that I did for this morning, mainly just that. Yeah, within like 40 minutes, it really drank a lot of energy off me because personally I don't really dance, so learning something new and doing like a constant jumping and moving my whole body, so that was kind of a lot, drained a lot of energy, so that was good. So that was like the only exercise I did, and then around close to 12 o'clock, my workplace, they were serving natural natural chips, um, not natural, the yeah, natural chips, with salad, banana and grapes. So I decided to buy lunch, and I have half banana, little bit of grapes, salad for sure, and also for natural chips. I didn't have any chips. I just have the beef with the beef with the beans and cheese. It's mixed together, so I just had that instead. So just that, totally cut off the chips part. Um, yeah. So past few days I haven't been eating salads. If you guys didn't notice from my daily blog, because I ran out of my salads, and I haven't been going to Costco or buying any more salads. So I really should be doing that, but lately I haven't been eating it. So, but I was really happy that I was able to get some salads into my diet. So that was one thing I'm really happy. And yeah, basically I have my protein, some veggie and some fruits. So that was good today. And then I got off work around close to 3, I think 3 o'clock, 3 something, and then went and dropped by the mattress place and bought the mattress, pay the money, and so they'll come and drop it off this Friday. Anyway, today's Wednesday actually, Wednesday night right now. It's about 11:30. Yeah, 11:30 right now. But anyway, so after I got off work at 3 o'clock, drop by the mattress place, pay that thing off, and then I got home around like 4 something, close to 5 actually, close to 5. I was really tired and didn't eat anything. I just kind of laid down on the bed and then fell asleep. Woke up around 8 something. Yeah, like roughly around 8 something, close to 9 o'clock. Watching a little bit of the news on TV, and there's always something going on with Obama. I mean, Donald Trump's. So yeah, it's ridiculous. But anyway, so watching a little bit of news and a little bit of TV, and then I think roughly close to maybe 9:15 or 9:30. Um, I felt really bored, and I felt kind of like, I don't know, I wasn't in a good mood. So I just felt like, man, staying at home. There's nothing to do, and I really want to eat something, but at the same time, I wasn't hungry. Mainly because I think that lunch that I have, it was, it was, I think the cheese itself, it was pretty heavy, and the only exercise that I did was early in the morning, the dance thing, which I like it a lot. Um, I felt like I should have like focused more and try to like you know work on it better. But anyway, so after lunch, I basically didn't do any exercise, and so after waking up, I I wasn't hungry at all, and yeah, and basically you know it felt kind of sad, like just being at home and there's nothing to do. So but I still felt like I need to eat something because I didn't eat anything for dinner. So I decided, and there wasn't anything to eat at the fridge, and I at first I wanted to cook some fish ball, but there wasn't any fish ball in the freezer, and so I only saw a instant noodle, and those are the Asian style, like those, not the ramen noodle, the really cheap one, but I mean, all instant noodle well, is pretty bad for you anyway. But I ate the one of those Chinese instant noodle, and then um, put some seaweed in it, Asian style seaweed. Those are dry one, but when you put it in water, soak it in water, they actually expand, like the one that you see in the ocean, those thick one. So I put some of the seaweed in, and then some of those mini shrimp, the Asian style mini shrimp. So I throw that in, and then I throw two squid ball, sort of like meatball, but it's made out of squid. So two squid ball in it, and then I finished all that. I didn't drink any of the soup. It was salty, really salty. So obviously the instant noodle is not really good for you. The chemical itself, it's just way too salty. A lot of preservative basically. So finish that, drink a lot of water, and then um, I was really bored. It was like getting close to 9:30 or 9:40, and I look outside. It was really dark, and I personally didn't feel like going out at all. But then again, I was really bored at home. Um, so I kind of forced myself. I keep telling myself that you know what, you know, I try everything. I try like watching YouTube, listening to music and stuff like that. But still, my mood was like still kind of like going down, and I wasn't having it, and so. And it was a pretty interesting day. I mean, this morning and afternoon it was pretty sunny, but around like 4 o'clock on my way home, I don't know what happened to the sun, but it's really cloudy and it was getting cold. Towards the evening, towards like after 5 or 6 o'clock, or 4 o'clock. I mean, when I get off work, so it was getting cold. So around like 9 something, when I look out, I didn't even feel like going out exercise. I was just eating my noodle and then just listening to music, try to see if anything will make me feel better, but it didn't work. So I ended up just like grabbing a short and a t-shirt, and then started walking. So walking to the park. Yeah, as you know, my parents live about a block away from my house, so I just kind of walked past my parents' house. The reason why I walk towards that direction is because both me and my parents would live in the same community, like the Warm Spring Community Park. So, but instead of going to the park directly, I walked past my parents' house just to check out like the outside the driveway, see if everything's fine. Cause I don't know why, like every year there's always someone break into my parents' car. Like this 2 or 3 months ago, someone broke into my parents' the Camry. They actually jammed like a knife into the key, the ignition, and tried to start up the car, but it didn't work. So they just left it there and broke the window and left, I guess. So my dad got that fixed, and a few years ago, someone stole the van, and we called the cop, and it was like 30 minutes or after they stole the car. It was like midnight, and the cop actually found the guy driving towards Oakland direction on 880, and the guy actually got caught on the highway. So anyway, and then a year before that, someone broke into my Acura Integ, stole my deck, broke the window, but they didn't steal the sub. Apparently they probably didn't know that I have a sub in the back. So, but that was like a few years ago. So every year there was someone like break into the car. So I just kind of get nervous. So from time to time I just walk towards that direction, just on the driveway, like walk past by when I go to the community park. So anyway, I didn't run or anything because I was basically pretty full. I didn't feel like running. Well, and another thing is like well, after eating you should never run. So I kind of just walked to the park. After I walked to the park, I walked about 6 or 7. Um, I won't say lap, but just basically like six to 8 times like around the park because they have these small trail going on. So I kind of just go around circle on the community park around like 6 7 times. And the first like beginning like few lap around the park, I didn't. I felt like pretty shitty because I don't know, my belly was like bloated and it was too much food. But after I got to 7 or 8 lap, I felt so good. I felt like like my body definitely just pushed all that food down with something, or I feel like it's already all digest into it, and then yeah, I just felt really good, and then I started walking towards the playground, the kids playground again, and then I kind of started doing like hanging on the monkey ball again, and just hang there for like a minute, just stretch my body while I'm hanging. I just kind of twist my body left and right, do some basically moving around my body while hanging there. And after that, the next thing I did was I started doing as usual my leg raise. Uh, I don't know what they call it. I guess it's called leg raise. You raise up your leg while you're hanging there. And I was having a hard time because I didn't have any glove on. I don't know if you could see all the cavities I have on my like on my palm. So yeah, and so I did a little bit of that. I did about like I don't know, like 20 times in like 3 sets or something. Total of 20 rep. And yeah, I wasn't having it, but I feel so good though after that 6 or 7 lap of walking, and it was such a nice night too, cause yeah, it was a full moon outside, and but it was pretty cloudy, but it felt good. And after walking, I don't know, is it because I just ate or something, and yeah, I felt like really warm and it wasn't cold out. I felt like I could just lay there on the floor and sleep or something. So it was perfect. Um, so anyway, I did about like 20 reps, about like 3 sets or 4 sets of leg raise, and then after that my palms start hurting a lot, and then I found myself next to it there's a parallel ball, and so I started using that, like having my arms extended, like extended straight down on both sides, and then while doing my leg raise on the parallel ball, and that was good. So I did 10 sets of that with 100 rep. 10 rep each, so total of 100. So yeah, yeah, it felt really good, and I, after started walking, I felt like what, all those like sad emotion just kind of went away because I felt like, man, I made a good decision coming out and start walking. It was really nice, and I'm really glad that I walked all by myself because I felt like if there was a friends there who walked with me, I felt like I probably wasn't able to like, reflect on what happened, everything. Because while I was walking, looking at the like surrounding, and then the sun, the moon, and then the everything, the park, and then the sprinkler was on after a few minutes. It was lovely. I just felt like really happy. I felt like, man, it's really nice to live around this area because you know, looking at the environment, it's just really quiet, calm, and not too cold, not too warm. The park is nice, quiet. The sprinkler is on the whole. The trail itself around the park, it all had like a light letting the pathway. And I've been to some other park. They turn off their light, or the park was really bad and stuff like that. So Warm Spring Community Park was nicely maintained. And while I was at the playground, I see like a small van drove by, and then there was a person cleaning the bathroom, out there and stuff like that. And it just realized, it just made me feel really good, and I felt like I made a good decision coming out and you know walking. And then after walk, I wasn't thinking about doing any leg raise until after 7 lap. I felt like, oh man, my belly, like the food that I ate was like just got pushed down, was just totally gone, and I felt like I could do like push up or all these other stuff. So it was good. And then So I did the leg raise, and you know, thinking about it, reflecting on everything that going on, I was like, man, you know, so far today everything been going pretty good. I mean, earlier before I left the house, I feel kind of bad and felt like, man, you know, there's nothing to do. You know, I feel like I want a purpose. I want to do something, but then again, you know, even though it's like 9 o'clock something, I most likely my friends they're all at home sleeping or doing something, and I didn't feel like bothered calling them. So I just felt like, you know what, I should do something. So, and I didn't feel like walking all by myself. I thought that it might be really cold outside, but actually it's perfect. You know, after eating, and I think I made a good decision coming out. And yeah, so that's basically my plan. What happened today overall, and I came back just now, took a shower, and I feel like I'm probably going to drink some tea right now. You know, some warm hot tea, and then maybe watching a bit of YouTube. That's kind of like what I do on my pastime. Maybe listen to some music, and then maybe in like 30 minutes or 1 hour, maybe around like close to 1 o'clock, I might just head back to sleep. Try to see if I could fall asleep, anything like that. But yeah, that's so far. That's about it. I hope every one of you guys had a good day today as well. Yeah. Anyway, well, I'll talk to you guys later, and I hope my friends are doing good, and you know, whatever they're doing. So yeah, that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.